I feel like you don't see often, period.
Right.
But excited to see who MuteAce is up against.
We haven't seen a game
at least in terms
yet.
of character pick, but oh, Fox. Okay, are we playing Melee?
It's a hot Fox. I'm ready.
We're playing
My body
Melee.
is ready. We're playing Melee.
All right, so off to small battlefield, a little bit more of a condensed PS2 pick. Temptation versus MuteAce.
I think this is going to be high octane, but it's all about who can keep momentum in their favor. MuteAce is throwing out hitboxes, trying to discourage Temptation from being in the air, and this is what happens if you don't go in the air. Combo, float down air, edge guard, vegetable, and it's looking tough. But suddenly, the tables have turned. Temptation has you on the ledge, but you're at 3%. What is that actually threatening?
And again, MuteAce just covering all these recoveries. The Firefox, a little bit exploitable, especially from Peach. Now it's up to MuteAce to just kind of play slow, wait for a little bit of an overextension from Temptation, and continually punish, even if MuteAce is playing out of the corner like they are right now.
If Temptation can get advantage, Peach's disadvantage is not the best, but the issue is that MuteAce knows how to keep tempo, and they're going to keep it. They're just going to keep it. 28%, full stock up, floating off stage to wait out the invincibility, and it's going to be easy enough for you to get back into it, especially with vegetable in hand.
And that's the thing. When you're able to control the space like MuteAce is, also only taking 39%, so this is a show of defense from MuteAce as much as their offensive pressure has been the name of their game so far in pools.
Absolutely. This is looking tough for Temptation. How do you get in? You need advantage to start working Fox's game plan, to start working the mix-ups, and to start working the, hey, I moved too fast for you to pay attention to. But if there's one thing we know about MuteAce is that they know how to keep up.
And finding so much continued pressure. We haven't really even seen the up air punishes just yet from MuteAce, but the way they're spacing, that I think is going to be one of Temptation's ways or avenues to victory, is at least punishing the turnip flux, just running and covering that space and threatening MuteAce. But it's a really, really risky gamble when MuteAce has been so on fire with their combos.
Absolutely. Great tomahawk grab. Keeping Fox off stage is where you want him. But you rather want him dead.
I mean, what a great... I mean, the coverage from MuteAce is so good. They're playing with a precision that you rarely get to see. And Temptation setting up another edge situation at the ledge. It's pretty difficult, but that back air closes it up. And Temptation trying to find a way to mount a comeback.
What do you need as Fox? You need a great ledge trap situation, or you need your opponent in disadvantage so that you can start working some mix-up. And Temptation has only got less than a handful of those options this entire set. So I don't know what the adaptation is, but I think it starts with getting back on your feet.
Whoa.
Oh, MuteAce says, Fox. You see them in the clouds? Goodbye. Peach Parasol taking it. I love watching Peach Parasol stocks. I think that those are the funniest and most satisfying ones at least whenever you're playing against Peach. That or hitting a vegetable snipe off stage. Those are both really satisfying.
What a setup from MuteAce. That is really hard to at least come back from. It feels like you're getting routed at so many different angles of the game. You have to find a way to at least punish MuteAce for at least taking some type of greedy approaches, but MuteAce is playing reserved enough to where there's very, very limited opportunities to get that opening.
Yeah, when you're playing Fox and you have like the worst or the lowest gravity in the game, highest gravity, I don't know what the right word is there, you're prone to getting comboed, but you're also prone to getting back to your feet very quickly if you tech. So the question is, how quickly can you turn the tides back in your favor?
Ooh!
And is the answer never?
I mean, right now,
wow! The Toad lingered for way longer than I thought it would, and that's a basically 100% stock right there, 0 to 100 real quick.
Look at how long that counter lingered out for, and now MuteAce at 11%, one stock up. It's basically open season to try and get these combos, just walling up at the ledge right now and stuffing out Temptation as they attempt to recover.
This is why Peach is a tough matchup in situations against characters with gimpable recoveries, because you have just so many options. You have float down air, you have vegetable, Z-drop vegetable, you have going off stage naring. I mean, you just have so many choices to your disposal that Temptation needs to get footing in the center of the stage.
And the other thing that I think, you know, we have to bring up here is that Temptation has to burn a resource to at least attempt to aggress onto MuteAce, and that's exactly what MuteAce is playing for. Burn or jump, I dare you to, and then immediately punishing off that.
This is winners semifinals. We didn't get to see Temptation's actions beforehand, sadly. Must have been quite a run to get here, but MuteAce is a different wall.
It's a totally different setup right now. MuteAce with a commanding lead right now. Temptation just trying to find their footing and set up a solid corner pressure. Footstool set up from MuteAce, but no follow-up just yet. Just trying to find any opening they can.
This is just MuteAce saying, I can play on the ground too. You know, I know you're Fox, but I have instant float.
And the speed at which MuteAce is playing right now, it's just escalating the way Temptation has to try and take these options. Not enough just yet, but fair, excuse me, oh my goodness. But MuteAce is just smothering these options. Temptation trying to find and close out this stock. The pair doesn't connect just yet.
Trying to keep a ledge trap, and you're going to get it. Again, that's where Fox really thrives, is those ledge trapping situations. You are still a stock and a half down, essentially, but how quickly can you turn that back in your favor? That's going to be determines the rest of the set.
Again, just finding any ways they can to try and control the stage. MuteAce just not even pushing a button, just threatening with their presence in the center stage. Grab connects.
The edge guard not going to do anything right there. Foxfire came out a little bit too quickly.
And trying to find any way they can to get in, but Fox just having so much trouble trying to at least find any footing against MuteAce. It's been a wall of aerials.
This pacing is just incredible from both players, trying to keep it fast and finding when can I slow this down. That's really the challenge on both sides.
Nair connects, MuteAce barely having to kill, but that Nair will certainly do it. 2-0 in favor of MuteAce, and they're moving on.
I mean, you're playing against Fox, whose recovery is essentially a rook on a chessboard, and you're checkmating because you got options. You're a queen. Throw the vegetable up. You got down air or nair, depending on the angle that they come from, to cover the horizontal recovery and the vertical recovery from below as well. So what choices do you have? You're Fox, you're off stage, you're against Peach. Checkmate.
I mean, the thing that is truly hard to kind of grasp is how limited your offensive pressure is. Not even we're talking just recovery to the stage. It is how you can aggress onto MuteAce. MuteAce was so passive, and we saw it not just in this set, but